On God.
The world's holiest podcast. I won't do anything unless I'm having fun.
I will do a lot of things that I'm not having fun during.
Right, okay. But you're in a program now. You're doing good.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to On God, the best podcast ever. I'm with my guest, Hay Beacon.
Hi.
And yeah, Hay is an amazing performer from the Bay Area originally, now in Los Angeles. They have a podcast called No Contact. And as soon as we got into the office today, Hay noticed my pants.
Yeah.
I was wearing Dodger Realtree sweats.
Which is lesbian, so these should be I'm going home with
very
these.
lesbian of me. A lot of I'm wearing a Carhartt jacket too and a wife beater.
Oh, excuse me, domestic partner beater.
Yeah, there you go.
It's literally been legal for my whole adult life.
But yeah, Hay asked me to switch pants with them, and somehow Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants,
Literally.
they worked. What are these called on my pants?
I couldn't quite tell you. They are sort of a jogger cut. They're sort of a culotte.
No, the print on them?
The print.
I thought it was a snowflake from far away, but it's not.
I believe
like a
it's
flower.
Floral. It to me felt
They're
Swedish.
cool. They're like a denim.
Thank you. No, they fit you
There's no
great.
crotch on these.
Well, that does a little bit make sense.
I feel very asexual.
I have a tiny dick, so that makes sense. We match in that way.
Yeah, girls' pants are cut differently.
Yeah, and they were loose on me, and they are like you're fit. Let's say fit perfect.
I mean, yeah, they're working. I definitely, as soon as I tightened the top button, I was like, oh, this is going to make me fart.
That's okay. It's your show.
Yeah. I do not want to do that in here, though. Wait, are you from the Bay Area?
Yeah, I was born and raised in San Jose, California, which is not really that good. It's not a good place.
San Jose is south?
Yeah, it's South Bay.
Oh my
And it's
God.
actually bigger than San Francisco. It's like
Really?
over 1 million people. It's the third largest city in California, 10th largest in the U.S., but no one knows that because there's nothing good there.
But it's like only 45 minutes from like the Bay,
Truly.
right?
Well, it is the Bay, and they'll tell you that. But
God.
45 minutes from San Francisco, which is literally a tinier town, but we call it the city.
I went to San Francisco to do shows a few months ago. I went to an AA meeting and I locked eyes with a guy and I was like, that's the hottest guy in the room. And then after the meeting, he came right up to me and he was like, hi, I was looking at you the whole meeting. And I was like, this never happens.
To be clear, you're not in SLA, right? This isn't Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous.
I should be in SLA.
Okay, for sure. We can talk about
that. But I'm not. And
well, if it's just AA, fair game.
Yeah, no, it was just AA. And then we got each other's numbers and it didn't work to hang out. And then I was like, you should come down to LA sometime. And he's like, I'll buy a ticket right now. Should I come down this weekend? And I was
you
like,
are
yeah.
lesbian. The Carhartt's wearing off on you.
Oh my God. And then the day before he was supposed to fly it down, I was like, I have no boundaries and I'm insane. And I called him and I was like, I don't think you should come. And then he canceled his ticket and didn't come. And he was like, I respect your decision. I understand. And I was like, I'm a crazy person and I'm acting off of impulse. And like, I don't know if I want to spend 3 days with you.
It sucks because like I'm attracted to the fact that he was like, no, that's reasonable and I respect your boundary. And that would make me want to be like, okay, you could come.
Literally, that's what happened on the phone. He was like, yeah, I totally understand that. And I was like, okay, well, maybe you should come. And he was like, I already canceled the ticket.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but it did make me respect him a lot more. But also I was like, I don't know this person. I need to calm down. And literally, like, maybe we're going to hang out and then I'm going to come and I'm going to be like, please go home to San Jose.
Was he going to stay? He was from San Jose? He was from the 408?
Yeah. That's
okay,
why
that's
I
a
met
red
him.
flag.
Sorry,
Huge
that
red
was
flag.
that was the full circle moment. Yeah, he was from San Jose and he like drove up for an AA meeting in the Bay.
Was he going to stay with you?
Yeah.
See, I think there's a compromise possible where he gets his own place and you hang out. Because
Totally.
I've done that.
But then it's like way more money for him and
that's
whatever.
Real.
It was
that's
just,
real.
I was like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know if I want to pretend like, I think I just wanted to rush into something and I had done it a couple months earlier.
Of course.
And I was like, no, I need to like, and I talked to my friend and I was like, I don't think I want him to come. And he was like, then tell him not to come. And I was like, I can't do that. He already bought his ticket. And he was like, you literally can.
Yeah, you maybe must. Because the only thing worse is he gets here and you both have a terrible time. And
no,
the whole
he was
time
like,
you're
not being respectful of his time either if you're not feeling like you want to do it.
Real.
But that's how strong my horniness can be.
And that's on doing the work.
And me wanting to be in love so fast that I see someone hot and I'm like, come spend 3 days with me.
You're not in Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous?
No, I have been for long periods of time.
Okay.
I'm
You've
currently not practicing a program, but I definitely am applying principles from it.
That's the whole point.
And a big part, well, yes, but like I do find myself now when like I'm at the gym or I'm in places that my eyes are like looking for something, and I was like, I don't want to be doing that. Like I need a program around it, so I'm not constantly like on the hunt.
God, I know so many people in SLA.
Do you?
Yeah. I've dated at least 2.
Oh God.
In SLA.
I'm dating a guy right now, and he was telling me how the last guy he was dating was like, he was like, hey, I want to have sex, but it would be a relapse for me.
That's real. I can't
and
even.
he was like, I don't want to make you relapse, you know, like I'm dating you. I'd like to have, like, why are you putting, you know what I mean?
I've literally been in this situation.
Really?
I'm like, can I even tell this full story? It's not godly. It's not even close to godly.
Please.
I'll try to bullet point it. Essentially, I had met this person right when they started SLA, and we fucked, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Then
Why would you?
Funny enough, I was supposed to come stay with them for 3 days. And right before, they were like, by the way, I'm like really getting into the program and we can't fuck. And I was like, for sure, that's fine. And then it turned into this situation where they would only go down on me and I wasn't allowed to touch them.
Oh my God.
And I was like, is this what you need right now? Because I'm fine with that.
Some Christian shit.
And we did that for like 8 months.
You guys are like hot dogging, like he's like rubbing his dick against your butt cheeks and he's like, it doesn't count. You did that for 8 months? I kept saying, so he went down on you
sex.
for 8 months.
Yes, I'm getting fucked.
Yeah.
I'm being gay fucked constantly. This is a lesbian relationship and you're a stone top. And he didn't
yeah, because there are relationships like that.
Yeah.
Although usually the other person is like touching themselves.
Right. It's like, and it's usually a queer
oh my God.
like identity.
Right.
Not
he was like
I'm avoiding relapse. He was literally a stud. And just circling the drain around like almost fucking all the time.
At that point, like what is the point of him doing? Like how does that benefit his program?
And this was my question constantly. And we talk about it before and after.
It just
every
it was
time.
like it was a loophole for him, so he didn't feel bad about what he was doing.
And I'm gonna be honest, didn't feel bad the whole time. I felt great. But the tea is his therapist eventually told him to fuck me.
Oh.
Then I was prescribed.
Wow.
Because I'm healthy.
Good therapist.
Literally.
That's nice.
I think so.
And you guys were together for 8 months?
It had been 8 months of celibacy, if that's what you could
It had been 8 months of him munching on hay. Munching the hay. Horse boy.
Okay, I'm dating my IG bio now. That's crazy.
Munching on
no one's
hay.
ever said that before. That's so stupid. I love it. I love that. Yeah, so I've been around the block.
With slaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so sad. I'm in a group chat of guys who are in slaw, and literally I checked my text messages right before this recording, and it was like, slaw meeting starts in 30. And I was like,
we should join.
Not going to make it.
Wait, is it Zoom?
Yeah.
Let's join.
We're not doing that.
I'm not busy.
It's literally an anonymous
I'm literally
program.
free.
I'm not putting on a podcast.
Why can't we put an anonymous
It's literally
group on
an
the
anonymous program.
We won't share video.
With a bunch of canceled celebrities on Zoom.
Wait, the way that you had, and I won't say their names, but you have name dropped a lot of people that you're like, oh yeah, I know them from whatever A. There's just the worst people on earth.
But I don't city. I mean, I really don't talk about it with a lot of people. But
sorry, did I out you as outing people?
No.
I'm in a program.
But I know I can tell you that stuff.
Yeah, because I'll only vaguely refer to it on a recorded setting.
We didn't name any names.
I was vague. He's also moving to Austin soon. Okay, and you can cut that.
Wait, who? Oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, cut that.
Yeah, I don't think he is moving.
I think it was a stunt.
Yeah.
It made me laugh.
It did too. I thought it was funny.
Not in the way I think he wanted, but I had a good day on the internet that day.
Whatever. Keep it. Okay, you're from oh my God. You're from San Jose.
Does that sound surprising? Because some people, if you've been at San Jose, you're like, that makes sense because you're crazy.
No.
Well, that's what Brian Bahi said.
That does make sense. But also just what I know about your family, and you literally host a podcast called Gay Orphans.
True. Real.
Did you grow up with both of your parents?
Till I was like 9. And then my mom literally moved in with my 6th grade teacher, who was also a straight woman separated from a man. And then they fell in love. And then she was like on her queer liberation journey, leaving me in a very abusive, like literally a trap house. And then truly went to, where is it? Biloxi, Mississippi to go rebuild after Hurricane Katrina.
You did?
My mother did.
Okay. And you're living with your dad at this point.
You could say that. And a lot of other randoms. It was truly like
Your dad was in a trap house?
He was, running it, but he also was like very agoraphobic. And so it was sort of like people were taking advantage.
What do you mean by trap house?
Like he was selling drugs to pay for anything and everything. And then like people just kind of moved in and didn't leave.
What kind of drugs?
I think it's everything but crack. I was literally 9. So it's a little hard for me to tell.
But you think like heroin and
I know meth, like a lot of meth. White, like definitely meth.
Meth.
My brother was skinny and did not develop right.
Yeah.
He's heroin chic.
Well, okay. But yeah, meth makes you really skinny too.
Mm-hmm. He was so hot. I'm just kidding. No, his ribcage didn't grow right.
Really?
Yeah. It's like kind of.
Are you still in contact with him?
Hell no. I don't talk to any of my family.
Okay.
I ran away when I was 15. You can imagine why. And then cut off my mom later, but I'd only have to hit her up for like like financial aid forms. But then she like didn't have an address because she lived in a van. So it was like pretty difficult to find out how to like get her tax info down. Yeah. And she also claimed me as a dependent. And I'm like, I haven't even seen you in 3 years. That rocks. Made me ineligible for like my hobo child scholarship. It was like that was kind of the end of our relationship.
Oh shit.
And then the last year I like went through the financial aid process when I was like 21, senior in college. Then I like sent her a cute little email that was like, by the way, we don't speak anymore.
We can no longer be in contact.
Mm-hmm.
When you were 21.
Yeah. Maybe 22.
And have you talked to her since?
No. She like has randomly emailed me like a link to an article about women's leadership. She's gay. She's like a fucking lesbian.
Yeah.
So she really likes.
She's a fucking lesbian.
She's really like a second wave. You know how she's similar to J.K. Rowling? Let me tell you this. She and J.K. Rowling.
She wrote a best-selling book.
Dude, I wish. She just uses her parents' money. She's literally spoiled, and I was literally homeless. I was like cut off. I'm the restart of.
She is spoiled?
Family. She's literally a spoiled brat. My mommy's a spoiled brat because she's the executor for my like family's estate. And then I was
she
like
has
living.
A trust?
I don't think it's like that. But it's like they had multiple properties, and then once everyone went a little woo-woo, got like their brains got too ripe to work, she was put in charge because believe it or not, she's the put-together sibling with her brother and sister. Yeah. So that was sort of how she just floated. She floated. She's a life coach now. You can look her up. Oh, she's a life coach whose children don't speak to her.
You're not allowed to be coaching people on their lives if your kids have excommunicated.
No, it's okay. She doesn't know what she did. I wrote a whole email about it and told her to her face for years, but she doesn't know. But she can help you in nature. It's like a nature. She takes you on a nature tour with her Asian wife stereotype, and then heals you or something. I'm going to go.
She's riding horses.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, men are munching on the hay.
Fuck. Apple don't fall far from the... Yeah, I didn't want to come out as gay because I didn't want to be like her.
That's such weird reverse rebellion.
Literally. I was like,
you're like forcing yourself to be straight and cis.
Because I was in like 8th grade, like having
That's
gay
so
feelings.
weird.
I know. No one relates to me.
That is really bizarre.
But I'm having a good time.
That's funny. One of my exes from the Bay Area, and he was like, I don't think he had sex or came out till he was much older.
Yeah,
but it was
same.
because it was like so convoluted in the area with so many gay people that it was like I don't know. It's like almost is your like form of rebellion is to not like assimilate to the culture.
Yeah, and like my second high school, I went to like 3 different ones before I dropped out. But one I went to was a performing arts magnet, where like the gays ran that shit. They were the bullies, the cheerleaders. One of them was a quarterback who also played clarinet. So he'd like go and do his little marching band. This is like Glee if it was real. It was like he'd do his little marching band like number, in his like pads, in his like football. Everything has been non-binary around me for so long.
Really?
And so yeah.
I'm undoing the top 2 buttons.
No, that's
right. I cannot breathe.
I do that like when I eat.
Maybe 3.
Oh yeah, but back to J.K. Rowling. So sorry. Both she and my mom have told me that they looked in the mirror when they were younger and like wanted to be men. Like my mom wanted to be like a boy.
J.K. Rowling said that?
Yeah, that's why she's a hater.
Really?
She literally said, if I was younger, I would have been like a trans man, but trans women are predators. Which all checks out. She
said that?
Like a long time ago. Like way before she really, really blew up. It was at the beginning of the rhetoric. It makes sense.
Before she blew up in the
As
trans discourse.
As a hater, you could say.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yeah.
So it is like some internalized transphobia.
It almost, it's like
or that's
80% of the time
suspect.
It is. Yeah.
80% of the time it is.
I've
never even thought about that. It makes so much. I mean, obviously, so much of like homophobia is just like closeted.
They're
gay
jealous.
dudes. But I've never even thought about with transphobia, where
of course.
Literally like these guys who are probably incels who are like, oh, I'm a fucking woman, and instead I'm having to like live this horrible life in Wisconsin,
literally
working at Sears or something.
No, and it's like if you aren't standing up for yourself, you get pissed when you see someone else doing it and doing it happily.
I remember thinking that, I mean, oh my God. I remember when I was in college, my family, who are all Christian, I came home and I was in Christian college and I was like the deepest I've ever been in it. Fully practicing, fully believing. I was probably 19 years old at the time.
I want to see
and
that.
They were, when I came home for Christmas, they were watching Modern Family. And I told them to turn the TV off and they were like, why?
Because there's gays.
And I was like, do you guys not understand? I was like, I'm a media studies major, and the way that comedy is the quickest enforcer of normalizing different cultures, you guys are normalizing gay people by laughing at this couple, and then you're going to be used to it.
This is you in the upside down. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
This is you, yin yang opposite, flip it over who you really are now. This makes so much sense.
But if I
This
had
tracks.
not come out, like
Yeah.
there was a turning point where it was like turning point. And
shout out to them. They're a huge supporter of the show.
there is like that turning point where like I could have got like, 2 roads in the path, and it's like I either would have been like the most bigoted, hateful, closeted man, force myself to marry a woman, have 4 kids that I hate.
You could do that
despise.
still.
And I always thought that would happen to me, that I would be this like pastor who was like a big pastor and
like a televangelist.
Something, or like
mega
the head
church
of like
diva?
a mega church or something, because I wanted to be a
Yeah.
performer secretly. So I was like, I'm going to be a pastor.
Wow.
But I would always hear about these scandals about the pastors that would always end up having sex with gay prostitutes.
Or children. And you're like, I would like to fuck adults consensually. That's one thing I know about you.
Thankfully, I've never been into younger people. But yeah, I was just always scared. I was like, I know that this is what's coming for me, is that I'm going to end up in the headlines for being like a pastor who has sex with
Hired
gay
a man.
prostitutes.
Damn.
And now I'm the gay prostitute. Yeah.
That rocks. Here's
Wow,
what's
it's
interesting.
really come full circle.
What's interesting about this show is I have zero religious guilt at all. Like, I was not raised. If you can imagine, there wasn't much God in the trap house. Like, I was raised so atheist. It's, to me, bigoted. In my opinion, it was bigoted how anti-religion my parents
that's
were.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both of your parents.
My gay-ass mom was a little less intense about it.
But they were so anti-religion.
Mm-hmm.
So then did you, as a result, feel like, I don't know, would it be sort of a form of, did they have any sense of spirituality?
You could say that. Like, my parents definitely co-opted like Asian sort of culture the way people did in like the 90s and 2000s before just creepy white guys. Like, they were both creepy white guys. They were kind of adopting Buddhism, but more as like a practice, like in that very white way of just like, this helps me.
Right. being like one with the universe or something.
Like the meditation and the superiority, I think, comes with being like
snorting meth and meditating is a vibe.
No, literally. This is why I'm not binary. But I truly remember like my father was British, trigger warning.
Really?
Oh God, yeah.
He
Most of my
was.
family's over there.
Still is.
I hope so. I mean, I don't know. But
Okay.
I truly
You're like, he was British, but now he's transracial. And he's
maybe.
Chinese.
No, maybe. I haven't checked and I don't really want to know. Well, now I do. But yeah, he was really like kind of in the, what is his name? Ricky Gervais is almost this way, just who like, I've loved his stuff, but he's so disrespectful of any religion that it is racist. And he obviously just like narrow-minded. To the point, that like my British ass dad was like Ricky Gervais energy of just like.
Wait, did he have like a British accent and everything?
I have like first cousins and stuff
Did you
in
eat
England.
beans on toast?
Literally.
Really?
Yes, I didn't know that was like an
Ew.
American thing till
Oh,
I
you
was
thought
like,
it was normal.
yeah, and Marmite. I still love Marmite.
Yum. I could go for some Marmite, some Vegemite.
Vegemite is Australian.
Marmite is the British version?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I grew up with Vegemite because a lot of my friends were Australian.
And because you were right below Australia. Not me knowing a map without even looking.
North. Yeah, Australia
and I have
is
to go, and that's our fun.
east of Australia.
Oh, I'm literally picturing
Indonesia.
New Zealand.
Indonesia is northwest.
Yes, it is. And I knew that. I just don't know how to talk because I dropped out of high school. And I have an excuse for everything. But yeah, I remember reading like The God Delusion in 8th grade and being like, check this shit out. And being like, I'm fucking better than you Christian idiots.
Oh, because you were able to prove that like God didn't actually exist.
Yeah. And Richard Dawkins is an asshole. Let's be clear.
Is he the one who wrote that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
He
should
was
check
like
it
an
out.
atheist influencer before anyone was an influencer. But it's almost, this is common in the Bay, I feel like, where it's almost like anti-religion is, I won't say the religion because I think it divides people. There's no community built around it. But I think it's made to be like the right way to feel. Maybe not anymore. Like you're dumb and you don't believe in science if you grew up in some culture that has religious elements. And by the time I was like much older, I don't know, 15, I was sort of like, I don't feel a need to do this. I don't feel a need to tell anyone what to do as they're not telling me what to do. Again, gay style. I was sort of like, if your religion doesn't care about gay people, do whatever you want.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, it's like two sides of the same coin where either way you're like pushing an agenda.
Which I didn't want to do. Once I got to the old enough age, I was like, I don't feel like telling someone. I had my moments where like I'm like in 6th grade, there'd be like a church passing out balloons and I thought I was like fucking about to eat and I went up and like, you can't convert people with balloons. I did that.
You got them.
I got his, and he literally said they're just balloons. It was really nice to me.
Oh, that's
and I actually,
sweet.
actually feel a little bad about it every time I remember.
I mean, I feel cringe about like some of my early comedy stuff because I was so angry at the church when I first started performing.
Of course, yeah.
And I would be like, yeah, like fuck Christianity. And then you would like meet some like really beautiful, nice Christians, like my parents who were like the kindest people.
Okay, great.
And then they would be like, oh no, we're actually just like trying to help like, you know, like homeless children. And you're
Which
like,
is tea.
oh, I can't argue with that.
Well, and here's what
You
I've
know?
learned. Yeah.
And I was like just taking out my own anger on things that like really like had nothing to do with even Christianity.
It's a process. And truly, like, I know how much it was a big part of your life and you probably needed to create extra distance in order to find a comfortable distance.
I think that's really well put. Yeah, I had to go like the full extreme. I remember there was a time where I like had like I just cleaned my slate. When I came out, I was 21. I moved to LA and I came out and I was like, I want to try to act as if, what if God wasn't real?
Yeah.
And I like tried to do that and I got really I mean, I had fun for a while. I was also drinking and doing drugs for the first time.
Your first time ever.
Yeah.
And so you were just off.
Oh my God.
To the
so
races.
I was experiencing a lot of things. I mean,
Yeah.
I went from being a Christian virgin and within a month doing meth at an orgy, you know.
And that's
like that.
non-binary.
And what'd you say?
I said, and that's on non-binary.
Yeah.
No, but this makes sense to me.
But
I see why you had to do that.
I'm like, oh, this is like, you know, when you build shame around things or like try to put them in these like Tupperware containers where they're completely closed, like the thing ends up fucking exploding.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was not raised to think that like being gay was like the most abominable thing on earth and like drugs were like the worst thing on earth, then I could have been like introduced to these things in like a healthy way.
Well,
and I could be in a loving relationship right now.
We're gonna work on it. We're gonna fix. How much time do we have? We're gonna fix it. Well, and here's tea on me too. Is I live somewhat of a Mormon lifestyle.
Oh my God.
Like I'm fully straight edge. I've never touched even a cigarette. Never touched like alcohol, weed, nothing. Like people go down the list, so I'm doing it for y'all. Never touched a thing. Never been intoxicated. Haven't even wanted to. And I've never seen porn.
What? Sorry.
I actually think it would make me cry. Well, okay, I've been to like the Eagle and gay porn is playing on the wall. That doesn't count. Gay porn doesn't count to me. But like, I think if I saw like, there's movies with straight sex scenes that have made me cry. Like I just couldn't handle it. I could not handle it. So what is so iconic about I think being raised atheist in a trap house is I'm living like a really pure godly life.
No, you're like more Christian than most Christians.
I literally feed the homeless and house people and like this is why I don't. There are so many parts of religion that are the same that I think are beautiful through lines. Like, and who cares how, you know, the Christian senators are acting right now? Like, look at the books, and all the books are like, feed the poor, wealth is evil, like we are all one, respect nature. These are like the common themes.
Yeah.
And it's simply how I live. And this is my own self-created structure because I'm like you, I like structure too. As you can imagine, didn't really have any. So this is like my rules I had to create for myself.
So funny.
And this is where I've landed. And I obviously think like drugs should be legal and whatever. I carry Narcan. I'm literally from the Bay. Of course I carry Narcan. But I had to Narcan some
I have
people
Narcan in my car.
Okay. Bring it to a straight wedding because this is where people don't bring Narcan and they end up needing it.
Oh.
I've heard so many stories.
Really?
Of people who are like, I didn't bring Narcan
Coke
in my suit. And straights aren't as careful with their drugs.
Yeah, that's true.
They feel too powerful.
The Narcan would be most useful around straight people.
Yeah.
Because you go to a fucking gay party and like they're literally handing out Narcan as you walk in.
Yeah, literally.
And they're like, do you have your testing strips?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to do Coke responsibly. You know, you're like, can you guys just fuck each other and shut the hell up?
I want there to be circuit parties for like vaginas. How come there aren't circuit parties for lesbians and the others in there?
There are. What's that event that always happens at El Cid on like Friday nights? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well,
I think
there's
it's Saturday
Futch.
nights. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, but it's not
What's
like
it called?
Futch is one.
I hate that word.
It's
Futch.
It doesn't sound like it's not a slur. I'll say that.
Futch?
It means femme butch, which is how people have described me.
Oh, is that a thing? I'm a Futch?
You're actually being really disrespectful right now. So STEM is when you're like black, like a stud femme. But only black
STEM
women or whatever can be studs. I love that. This is why we need to talk to each other within the community. Okay, so a STEM is a femme stud, but you can't be white and be a STEM or a stud. So then you're Futch, which is a femme butch. Butch is the Anya. Any notes?
STEM. Wait, STEM is okay.
Stud femme.
Stud femme.
Futch is.
But
femme butch, me.
What does it mean that
Butch
you're
me.
what is that? What does it mean to be a femme butch?
You're looking at it.
I mean, honestly, when I look at you, it makes sense. But I don't understand because those words are contradicting each other, aren't they?
Isn't that the T?
Okay.
And isn't that the whole T?
Yeah.
And isn't this the point of everything? I don't believe in gay
You're
and
just
straight.
mixing both.
Yeah. So I'll like wear. I'm not today.
So, okay, you're just a person.
And isn't that literally the T? And that is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I even see a cisgender man as having an individual gender. Can you believe that? I say your cisgender is different than his cisgender, and thank God for that. And I think people aren't ready for that. I think people aren't ready to see
straight men and be like, oh, he's a stutch. Wait, that's not a thing.
A Stutch, a stem. I guess that's a biracial stud. A biracial stud who feels too light skinned to like say some words.
Okay.
So they're a Stutch.
Oh, because they're not a stem.
I literally can't speak to this, but that's my. If I were to apply my college degree I got somehow, that's my best estimate.
Did you get a college degree?
I did. I got a full ride scholarship to Davis.
Oh, nice.
It was a top 10 public university. It was 12 the year I graduated, but it's back up now. And I got like a scholarship that covered my like Section 8 housing. I lived in this like place by the train tracks that used to be the houses where the trade workers lived, and then they added a bathroom to each one. I had like a studio house. I was like living alone at age 19, paying my rent with the government money.
Good for you.
Literally, it somehow worked out.
Oh my God.
It all somehow worked out.
My fucking student loan place keeps calling me because I've never paid them.
Where did you go?
I don't know why they're hitting me up now. It's been 10 years. It's been
they're
12.
like, okay, I just got a message. It was a piece of paper in the mail. I'm Gen Z or something. I got a letter. I literally can't say the word. It was a piece of paper, not an email. Mail. I was looking for the word mail. Okay, Stutch. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you got a physical
don't cut
piece
any of that.
mail.
Play that twice. That was from EDD. And they're like, 2 years ago, we paid you out a week. You shouldn't. You owe us $450. And I'm like, can you just let it go? Can you please just let me take it out of the next time I get laid off? Isn't that crazy?
Ew.
Why don't they leave us alone?
Yeah, get off my back.
Literally.
My thing is like I was paying $30,000 a year to go to college that I started when I was 17 years old. I would never in my life take out a $30,000 loan.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, fortunately I only owe 30 grand. A lot of it got covered, but I have 30 grand in student loans that I'm never paying back.
Wait, so did you go to a crazy, and you shouldn't have to, did you go to like a crazy Christian college?
It's so funny because at the time I thought it was so progressive, the college I was going to.
Were they like Lutheran?
No, it wasn't progressive at all. Like literally, I went to Wheaton College in Illinois. They
named a college in Illinois after wheat. That's crazy.
Yeah, you should go there. Hey.
Oh my God. Sometimes I feel like a California stereotype, but then I hear shit like that, and I'm like, I'm good.
It's a town, Wheaton. Yeah,
okay.
And it's they call it the Harvard of Christian schools.
I'm sure they do,
but it's a top 50 school.
I'm sure some Christians are smart.
It's like the only smart. It's like a lot of Christian colleges you can get in if you have a testimony like about how you're a Christian. Like Liberty University, like you could literally be like a vegetable. Liberty. Yeah, you could literally be like, Jesus is my savior, and I want to go to college, and they're like, you're in.
Is that different than an admissions letter? They just want you to suck the dick of like higher education.
Wild. Like anyone.
These are all consumer goods.
But yeah, Wheaton, like you had to like. It was like very competitive.
So you're saying I could get in?
Yeah.
So you're saying I could? I'm a writer.
Well, no. You also had to have a testimony about why you were a Christian.
I could do anything.
You could definitely fudge
I'll say anything.
I would. My dream is to like go back in time and go there with what I know now. But every semester when you were there, you would have to sign a covenant, and the covenant was
that's witches. Isn't that witches?
I think it's an agreement, but it's usually associated with witches. Yeah.
Okay.
But the covenant at Wheaton, you would say I will not, you pledge that you would not drink, do drugs, have sex, or be gay.
Okay. Well, you got me at then. I'm only half.
Also, you have sex.
Thank you. Well, I didn't for like a really long time. And
Yeah.
I've like never had a one night stand.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like
God,
really.
you are such a lover.
I'm not even. I'm alone and I'm chilling and I'm with my friends and I'm at the drag show. Like I'm not.
It's so wild.
I
You're
don't
like
really
such
love.
a walking contradiction.
I know. I've never
Of
been on an
what,
app.
like-
I've never been on an app. I don't want to meet anyone. I'm not a lover. Trust me, I'm not a lover. I'm a
You
friend.
are so opposite of what like the right or conservatives would think that like some butch femme
Futch.
Futch non-binary is
I know.
up to. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
do know.
They think of you. I say we because I'm wearing this hat. And this jacket. Yeah, they think that you're like walking around with like a needle in your arm and a dick in
Literally.
your ass.
Literally.
And literally you're like sober at a drag show and then volunteering on the weekends. So crazy.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I'm doing it not
Good
out
for
of
you,
any. This is why I honestly feel so lucky, especially like being queer, to not carry any religious guilt at all, because there's very few questions in my mind about like, am I doing this because someone told me to? Everything I'm doing is literally my own decision. I'm like fucking Mr. Bean sometimes is how I feel. Like every decision I made, I'm like, that's because I want to. Am I not touching drugs because of the amount of addicts I saw like passing out in front of me as a child? Like probably, but it's still my choice. And most people don't even make that choice. My brother didn't make those same choices. He was like the opposite. He made all the opposite choices of me.
That's really interesting.
The same settings.
Well, it's interesting because I never saw that. So then I became the person who was passing out from using too many drugs.
Which is literally
like
not
I
your
had
fault.
to go 1,000% the other direction to come back to a place where like literally you and I are both sober, but for totally different reasons.
And that's on being human. That's so human.
That's so crazy.
And it is kind of funny, right? That like the extremes lead you to the same middle. That is
And I
interesting.
think honestly, and not to like put myself on a pedestal at all, but like I feel like I'm more of a Christian now than I ever was.
In practice. That was the spirit of God.
God was speaking through me. I am literally in practice like more of I pray and I meditate every day. And I don't meditate every day, but I try to. But I'm constantly trying to connect with God more and like be more present.
So
and like I give back to like I'm like always trying to be of service. It's like and that's like what Jesus was all about, like caring for the widows and orphans. And
because those cultural things, I'm sure, are still alive within you.
There's a lot of great
really
stuff in it.
way.
A lot of really, really good things. And then like anything with like, I mean, I hate to draw the comparison, but like even with Scientology, like some of their like their courses, it's like
are you about to read my Tetons or whatever? Is that what this is? Is this Dianetics for free?
Girl, I got scammed into... I paid for a Scientology class.
When you first moved here, or was this like last year? Okay.
No.
Of course they got you.
When I first moved here, I was at background casting, to do extra work.
Because they have the most listings, GoldenEye casting.
And I was in line to do extra work, and I was so lost. And someone came up to me and they're like, "Are you lost?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "Do you not know who you are?" And I was like, "I have no idea who I am." And they're like, "Come with me. We're going to take a free personality test." And I was like, okay.
Meanwhile, when they came up to me when I was like 19, they're like, "Do you know who you are?" I was like, "Yeah, I fucking do. I've been alone since I was 50. Get the fuck away from me. I don't believe in God." And that's kind of, once again, is that even right?
Oh my God.
Is that even right?
Yeah, totally different approach. I was just like anything, at that point I like had just tried meth and was having sex with dudes and was like,
I'm probably feeling very guilty.
Don't know what anything is.
Yeah.
And so they took me to the Scientology Center. They did the thing where like the meter was like ticking.
Tetons.
And they had me do the personality test. And they're like, I was like, "Do I have to pay for any of this? I'm so broke. And they're like, no, you're good. Like, we're just doing a free personality test."
This is a gift from our God, Tom Cruise.
The woman, after she did my test, she was like, "I just read your chart." And she goes, "Do you smoke pot?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do sometimes." I was like high as hell. And she looks at me and she goes, "Stop smoking that fucking shit." And I was so scared.
Say to the trading. Okay.
And then she was like, "You need a self-confidence course." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." And she was like, "All right, it's $100.
You poor baby.
And I was like, "Okay, here's my credit card." And I went in there crying because I was broke, and I left paying them $100.
Wait, I could do this. I could do this job.
Oh my God.
Just
she
kidding.
got me so good.
Yeah. Damn. This sounds like reality TV a little bit.
It's crazy.
Like, this is the type of...
I think I need to do a TikTok series of me doing the class.
Please.
I'm going to be an undercover agent. I'm going to do the class.
Do it on me.
Do it on you?
I don't know.
No. I have to go in. I got that credit. I need to use it.
It's like a credit and you have to go show up.
So they still call me. They write me handwritten letters
over
all the time.
$100 like 10 years later.
Yeah. It's literally been 10 years.
Has anyone ever
more.
done that? Has anyone ever like found a way to candid camera inside the Scientology
Well, I
Center?
could just go and then like,
You could just talk about it
and
not risk your life.
Honestly, technology's so good now. I could just record my experience.
I believe in my heart you could.
Oh my God.
What if
I
they
need
like
to
fucking
do this.
frisk you?
What is that?
Like, I forgot.
Oh,
you're
if
white.
they
I'm
frisk
just kidding.
me.
I'm white too.
Jesus. Oh, like you just mean physically, like
yeah.
No, but if I just had my phone on, it's not like they're gonna take away my. Maybe they will.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Wow. Okay, I like this new show. This is a new show.
Oh my God,
this
have
is
to do
huge.
that.
Because
be so good.
I feel like you and I, if we like cover certain parts of our arms, we can be like very conservative passing. I'd like take out my little earrings. We're so Fox News passing.
Oh yeah.
Literally, my commercial agent, when I went in, she was like, yeah, like for you, if we have a call for like young, cool, hip, like that's what I'll call you. And if we have like a look for like classic or conservative, and then she's like, actually, I could make you conservative. She's like, we'll pull your hair back. We'll do.
Oh my God. You could totally do it.
We're gonna take
Put
down
on a
Scientology.
turtleneck. Yeah.
We have to use our privilege.
Yeah.
Tom.
I'm going to get into it. Do you have like a spiritual, what do you think about stuff now? Do you pray? Do you meditate? Do you pray?
I've never prayed in my life.
Really?
No.
Not that Christian.
I really feel.
You've never prayed in your life.
Yeah, I'm a fake fan. I really feel like, I mean, I don't know.
I pray all the time.
See, I think pray right with no connotation. Maybe it just means you like think about what you want and hope for it. And I'm like, I guess I did that. Like this is a comedy podcast. I would like walk around on the street all night because I would be like, if I sleep outside, I'm homeless. But if I don't sleep, I'm not homeless. Technicality. And I, of course, the whole time, maybe you could say I was like praying no one would like attack me. I was like very, very clearly in my head thinking about like what I wanted and trying to put off whatever type of energy I thought would prevent or deflect being seen as like a target or anything else. And I've had some superstitions even that have come true, which I guess I've just never thought of as like a godly, anything to do with like someone else looking out for me. I see it very much as like a human instinct that we don't have science for. I think that's what a lot of religious experiences maybe could be attributed to. I think we don't understand our animal human that much, and like the other things that
we don't understand our animal human that much.
I think we are able to pick up on energies, frequencies, and like even who knows some kind of natural signals that we just don't have a name for. So it feels supernatural right now, but we have it evolutionarily. We have it. So it got us to where we are. So it has some evolutionary purpose. I've had those moments a lot, and I can see how someone else would interpret that.
Well,
as
it
God.
Sounds like you are, from my perspective, very spiritually in tune, where you're doing stuff intuitively without putting like a label on it.
I don't have a label for it. I thought it was OCD.
Okay.
I guess I thought it might have been intrusive.
Well, what you were saying,
thoughts.
where you're saying like the animal is disconnected from the human, or we're not in touch with the animal or whatever.
And therefore everyone else and all of nature. You
know, when I'm praying and I'm saying like asking God for specific things, or if I was walking alone at night, asking God to protect me, you're saying, and like you are thinking about those things, but you're not really using it in terms of like calling it prayer.
And I put it on myself. I'm like, what can I do right now to not give off like target energy? What can I do?
You're like sort of cleansing your aura, or like being like, I don't want to give off this vibe or this energy.
Or try to like literally be taken as a man. Like I used to like hide my hair in like a hoodie and change. To this day, my hips are unable to swing from side to side naturally because I spent so many years trying to walk like a dude. So I'd be seen as a dude. And it worked, honestly, it worked a lot of time. But to this day, I'm practicing walking again because my therapist also thinks they need to release trauma in my hips. And when I fully relax and like walk like a girl, I feel this stretch in the side of my hips from just walking. And so like that's what I just really put it on myself. I felt like I was alone and I was my own protector, but that became a very positive feeling for me. And I think a lot of times what people worry about with someone who doesn't have a God or a religion is that they're selfish. You know, that they're like, well, then are you God? But I don't need a God at all, because I actually do really just I believe in myself a lot, and therefore I believe in other people. The more I've loved myself, the more I've loved other people.
Wow.
The less I've hated myself, the less I've hated other people. And to me, that's like what I'm going for. The better I treat myself, the easier I have more to give to others, or not give in a kind way, and not carry and not harbor and not project. And I'm like, this sounds like what other people are going for. They're just like setting it up to a satellite, and I'm just sending it like, I think laterally.
You're like going to the direct source.
To everyone around
it's that
me,
very
yeah.
Les Mis. What is it like? To see another person is to see the face of God.
I'm not a musical gay, but I like what you just said.
I'm not either.
Okay, I like that.
But I don't even
that's
think
a
that's
musical,
the
right?
direct. Les Mis was a musical. I think it's originally a novel, though.
Aren't they all?
But
I
yeah,
hear your
I don't
point.
even think I'm quoting that correctly, but it's somewhere in
get
that
it.
vein. To see another person is to see the face of God, where it's like when you really look at someone, you can see God in that person.
And I have something I've thought about this even before, like I talked about doing this with you, is I have found myself almost, I try not to be judgmental. Like I'm a hater for fun, obviously. But when it comes to like actual tea, I'm like, it's not my business to judge like how well anyone is doing in any situation. And that to me is very Christian. Of like, it's not my place to judge. Why do they have to be
No, it's
Southern?
cool. And it's interesting, like in the back of my mind, what comes to the forefront is I can hear my dad's voice being like, yeah, but where is that coming from? Like, where did
That's
that
a great
stem
question.
from?
Wait,
Because
for me?
Yes, because like I'll communicate similar thoughts to my dad, and then he'll be like, yeah, but you don't have a moral framework. Like my stuff is directed by the Bible, which is the word of God, and that's why I'm coming to these conclusions. Like how are you coming to these conclusions, you know?
I think my number one like motive in life is like I don't want anyone to feel like as bad as I have felt in certain situations. I think this is a reason a lot of people do comedy, frankly. Like we know that lightness can be like so alleviating, can be life-saving. Literally watch TV. TV has truly like got me through my entire life. Like that was my self-medication, if I'm being so real. Comedy television was my anti-drug. Like shout out to that campaign if anyone's old enough. But
that's such a latchkey kid.
Yeah. But I mean
me
it.
too.
I think it was really
me
positive.
Too. I completely escaped through TV. And
it helped me fantasize about what I could
love
do
with media.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it was a window into, again, I feel I built this, I don't have a Bible, right? But I built my own framework of like, I know all these things that happened to me or didn't happen to me were like wrong and undeserved. And I therefore by default believe that about everybody else. And I never want to replicate the negative experiences that I've had with everybody else. And of course I can't fully control that, but it's like, my mom was like a white lesbian performative woke gaslight queen. And so it's like, I do everything I can to not, I have that potential, right? So I do everything I can to not position myself that way towards others. And I know how good it feels to say, be like, basically seen and heard. So I do everything I can to just make sure whoever I'm with feels like as seen and heard as possible.
That's really beautiful.
I think we're all doing.
Sweet.
I think we're all trying to do that,
I
right?
don't think we are all doing that.
I'm doing it right now. I'm literally doing it right now.
No, I mean that's great that you did that. I mean, I just would not have come to these places if I hadn't hit such low bottoms.
I have my own type of bottom. It wasn't my choice. I mean, it was my choice to run away.
Well, I guess,
which was a good choice.
What it almost is like you hit that bottom in your childhood.
I did,
and so you ran away from that and started to seek I don't know how you got to where you are now because
me neither.
It really kind of blows my mind. Because for me, I would have sought to seek as much pleasure as possible, but for some reason you had the foresight to be like, oh, in the long run, the things that helps you the most is to feel loved and secured in a healthy way.
I think the thing that sort of were my guardrails was to me, the worst people I had known were all on drugs. Yeah. So I was almost very, again, in a Christian war on drugs way, really anti-drugs, probably through college, and I got over it. So I had my own.
Totally.
We're equal opposites.
It does totally make sense then that you went that way and I went this way, and then we ended up in a similar spot.
Yeah, for the same exact reason.
Oh, the drugs is not the problem. The sex is not the problem. Mm-hmm. The problem is how I treat other people.
It's always going to be that. And how you treat yourself, because how you treat yourself.
Oh my God.
When you disrespect someone else, I believe you're also disrespecting yourself. I believe that
I think that's so wise. I spent
a lot of time walking. Spent a lot of time walking, thinking at night. But no, I think it was easy for me in a way because, for my brother, for instance, he started selling drugs when he was 11. He very much allied with everyone in that house. Yeah. And I think that was maybe on a gender basis. Maybe it's just who we are. But I was othered for my gender in such a serious, undeniable way that I was I'm not allying with these fucking people. These are the worst people I ever met. So anything I'm going to do is going to be the opposite of what they do. So it was still an example. I learned from an opposite example that kept me in check. And I still go the fuck out. Here's where I am. My parents is they were taking me to warehouse parties and Burning Man and shit when I was a kid. God. And I still I was falling asleep in a coat closet at age 3 at a warehouse in SF. That was just I was yeah, this is before my mom was even gay.
I was on a mission trip in Thailand when I was age 3, falling asleep in mama's lap.
Is that your Thai accent? Yeah. So I still like party crazy, but I'm sober the whole time.
Yeah.
I think I'm just kind of, sorry to say it, grateful. Like I'm just kind of like,
That's great.
I'm a little stoked to be alive.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I didn't really know if it was going to happen for sure for me.
I mean, yeah, it's so earnest, but like I'm like really happy that you're here.
Oh, no, me too. Can you believe it?
Well, and you're just such a good person. It's wild.
It's wild because
you should be such a piece of shit.
Don't worry, my brother did that. No, I'm constantly worried I am a piece of shit, to be clear.
You're not. And I mean, it's like, it's so biblical, but it says like, you know a tree by its fruit.
Oh, what's my fruit?
What's your fruit? I don't know. You're surrounded by good people you love, and you're being of service, and like you have a good community.
And that's the other thing where it's like I wouldn't even really change
and
anything.
You're not someone where people go, oh, hey, like fuck that piece of shit.
Okay, wait. What is everything you've ever heard anyone say about me? I'm just kidding.
What are they?
And to me, that's a respectful question. I'd love to answer.
Have you? I mean, you have like it's so weird that like God doesn't even really exist in your mind.
Am I the first person you talked to that's...
I think more people are open to being like agnostic or even like would say that they're atheists, but you're like, it's not even like necessarily a question for you. You're just like able to do this stuff through yourself. Have you had like spiritual experiences? Have you had moments where you're like, oh shit, like that is God?
So again, I'm like, I think this is how someone else would see it. My life has been run by positive coincidences.
Okay. And like in my experience, like the thing that people would say all the time is like, is it odd or is it God?
It's odd. For me, it's odd. I love that though. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, those divine coincidences for me, I would always say like, that's God.
And I think that's great.
There's like the common story where it's like a guy is like trapped, and I forget how it goes, but people always use this example. It's like a guy's like trapped in his car crashes, it's flipped over and he's like gonna die, and he's like, God, please like save me, like I don't want to die. And then like the next day he's like telling his friend about it, and he's like, well, what happened? And he's like, you're here now, so God must have saved you. And he's like, no, God didn't save me. Like there were, wow, for context, he was like in a mountain snowy village,
like very remote.
Yeah. And he's like, no, God didn't save me. Like an Eskimo came out of nowhere and like pulled me out from under the car.
Inuit, but okay.
And
no,
then
I get it.
And then it's like, okay, oh God, sorry, Inuit, my bad. Okay.
I'm from the Bay.
I can't fucking tell a joke I can't tell a story to a fucking non-binary without being called out. I didn't even name the land that the car crashed on.
And I actually think it's disrespectful because what are you gonna do about it? I'm just kidding. I just have a new little angle.
Like for you just roll with it and you go, wow, cool coincidence.
I think I've actually, okay, I'll give you an example. So, and this is a smaller one. Like, trust me, my blessings have been huge. I have the best and the worst luck. This is just, and it's perfect for what I want to do with my life, right? And do comedy. I've never made up a joke. I don't have a single fake premise. I fucking wish. But this, for instance, so my show that I run at Precinct, where you used to work, to me, when I visit LA, I'm like, this is the best place on earth. This is the height of like queer culture and everything I care about. And I never would have dreamed of asking to have a comedy show there. I just was like, when I moved to LA, I'm going to go there all the time. I want to live downtown so I can be near Precinct.
Why were you drawn to Precinct?
I just like those drag queens. I've listened to Meatball's podcast forever.
Okay.
That's just my type of drag.
You were a fan.
I was a fan of everything
and
they
I like
did there.
being around these people.
I have been going to drag. Again, I grew up around gay people my whole life. The first weddings I went to were gay, even though I refused to come out. And then, I was going to like Oasis in San Francisco, which is definitely like the sister club.
Yeah.
And then like $3 Bill in Brooklyn is like, it's like Precinct, Oasis, $3 Bill.
Totally.
As the sort of like all
I never made
drag.
That. Yeah. I never made that connection.
And unfortunately, this is my entire world. But I loved Precinct so much and got laid off. Knew that I was going to move to LA. I'm like, I wasn't going to leave Stability. Stability left me. And then went to Folsom in SF, like 8 days after losing my job. I ran into Felony Dodger, who I know from Dragula. I didn't know she's a bartender at Precinct, but I go up to her, I was like, hey, I saw your show last night. Like, you were great. And we just started talking. I don't even know how it came up that I do comedy, but I was like, I guess I'm moving to LA because I lost my job. She went, oh, we used to have a comedy show there.
Yeah,
and we should do it
oh
again.
My God.
And told me your name.
Yeah.
Which I, of course, didn't then talk to you again for like probably 6 months whenever I moved here. We became friends in Instagram voice memos. I'll never forget. But yeah, she was like, I really think we should do it again.
Through Kara Connors.
It was...
Kara Connors was canceling on the show and recommended that I do it. So I reached out to you.
Oh my God. Oh, that's how we started talking?
Yeah.
Oh, and you gave me such... I was like, this person... Again, talking about sweeties. I was like, this person's very sweet to me. Not that I thought you'd have like heat that you don't have a show that you quit at the bar you don't even work at anymore. Yeah. But it was just really nice.
I used to run a show at Precinct. And that's where Hay runs a show now.
And we're, I think, the only two who've ever done that.
And I used to bartend there.
Which is tea. Yeah. And they won't hire me as a barback, famously. Everyone wants to be a barback there to get a show. I have a show. I can't be a barback. Jeremy, text me back. But what I was going to say was,
Are you
felony.
Looking for a barback?
I just am campaigning kind of year round.
Okay. I should work there again.
You probably could. You probably could. But yeah, Felony was like, I want to do a comedy show there. Let me connect you with Jeremy Lucido, the general manager.
Yeah.
Not even knowing really what that meant to me, how much that meant to me. And then we met in November. I moved here in February and just made it happen.
So when these things happen, you don't look back and go like, wow, God is divinely guiding my life and doing things for me that I could not do for myself.
I genuinely think to myself I think I'm really tall and loud so people remember me. And so this could happen to other people, but they get more, they either don't get noticed or they don't get remembered.
Because and you're I just run into people, wow, that was lucky.
Dude,
I'm glad
I run
it
into
worked
people
out.
Constantly. And I think it's just because I'm giant and very visible and I'm out. I just think it's my lifestyle.
Yeah, you're it's actually just a practicality. It's I was out and about. I met a lot of people. I meet a lot of people.
I do.
And I met this person and they connected me to someone, and that's how life works.
And thank God, there's not really anyone who does comedy who looks like me. If there is, I have to kill them. But I'm just very... There's one me, thankfully, and maybe not queer spaces, but there's a lot of Futches out there. But at least in comedy and doing the things I'm doing.
Oh, you're making me miss Precinct. Sorry, keep going.
Let's go.
Yeah, I need to go back. We should watch Drag Race there in January.
Okay, and they're showing Dragula right now too. Oh, wait, should we make a ritual? Oh my God, spiritual ritual to watch Drag Race on Fridays, 8 p.m. at Precinct.
I've never seen Dragula.
Dragula's good.
I love Bitch Puddin'.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. She'll probably host the Drag Race parties.
Okay, yeah. I will. I'm down. I'm out of town tomorrow, but I'm down in the future. I'm out of town the next 2 Fridays.
Shout out to you. What are you doing Don't Tells in Antelope Valley?
I'm doing shows in Denver this weekend.
I love doing comedy in Denver.
Comedy Works. I'm excited.
Everyone says it's the best club.
Everyone keeps telling me that.
I think they put cocaine in the pretzels. They are so amped up and they are down for anything.
I'm so excited.
My clip from Comedy Works has gotten me so many things.
People keep telling me this.
Okay, you're gonna change. This is gonna change your life.
Cool, I'm excited. I'm doing 4 shows.
Wait, are you
2 on Friday and 2 on Saturday.
You're headlining the club?
No. My friend Nick Thune is headlining and I'm opening for him.
Record everything. If they're not recording it inside, you're going to want those.
Okay.
The tiles do look like a hotel bathroom, and I don't quite understand that design choice. But it's working.
Excited.
It's working.
Okay, so do you feel like you've... one of my questions I asked, do you feel like you've ever experienced God in pop culture? Or had a spiritual experience?
Again, I'm just
do you know what I mean by that?
I want to know what you mean by that. Maybe I have.
Ignore the artist.
Sure.
Well, whatever. He had great music. But Kanye West had his album, The Life of Pablo. And there's that song on the, I think it's the second track on the song, Father Stretch My Arms. And
that sounds very Christian.
A lot of his music at the end was. He's always had Christian themes in his music. Jesus Walks.
Oh.
But I listened to that song. Literally, that was his second single, was Jesus Walks, and that was his big thing where he was like, I'm not gonna make rap music just about sex. I want to have spiritual themes to my music.
All I knew about Kanye until he started going bipolar was that he said George W. Bush hates black people. I don't really know anything about his music. I just thought he was cool because of that, and now he's less.
He's produced some of the most incredible. He produced all of Tiana Taylor's album. If you ever listen to her,
love that. Love that for
That
everyone.
album is amazing. He's produced some of the most incredible music. Anyways, all I mean is like there are certain songs where I literally like my body will like transcend and I'm like I am on like a different level. I feel that way sometimes too, even with like I mean, I really like the song Jesus, what is it called? Tovolo song.
Oh my God. High all the time. That
No,
one?
not that song.
That's like if you're going
Disco
to
Tits. Do you know that song?
probably if I heard it.
Head to toe.
That's your spiritual
No,
anthem.
but Father Stretch My or I don't even know the name of the song.
But
I
you know
can't
how it
remember
makes you feel. Maya
Anyways,
Angelou.
there are certain music or like movie moments or like things that like like when I saw Cape Fear for the first time. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't seen anything. I was homeless and outside. And I'm trying to do my homework so I could live past 22.
I'm blanking on the girl's name. Oh my god.
It's a film.
Well, it's Robert De Niro.
Okay.
But there's a girl
From
in it.
The
Juliette
Intern.
Lewis. Juliette Lewis. You don't know anything about pop culture.
I have a very divided relationship to
Juliette Lewis was like
Yeah.
15 in this movie, and she's in a scene with Robert De Niro. I think it was her first movie role. And he's like a legendary actor to already won Oscars at this point. And they have a scene where they go back and forth, and he's like at her throat, just like verbally. And they keep like going tit for tat. And you're watching this girl, and my jaw's just on the floor because she's like outpacing him acting wise.
Cool.
And I'm like, I cannot look away. And for me, like, there's an experience that I have where I'm like, what is happening? Like, this is such like high end art. Like, I can't look away. I looked it up. She was nominated for an Oscar for that role.
Cool.
And people were like, who the hell is this girl? You have to look up Juliette Lewis. She's amazing.
I'm sure I love her already.
Can you think of anything like that in your experience?
I'm trying to think of time. I cry pretty randomly at like art, music, or performance, and I'm guessing that's the closest for me. Okay, what comes to mind for me? This is so fun. Every drag performer was gonna make fun of me for this, but the first time I saw Evie Oddly perform, I cried so.
Was it post Drag Race?
Yeah, and she's one of my favorite winners of all time. And I know that she's had a lot of like, crazy. I've met, whatever, it's a whole story. She was at a show of mine and we had a really fun time. But she guessed the end of a joke, which I'm like, I'm literally so complimented that Evie Oddly's mind went where mine did. Like, I can't even be mad that you ruined the joke because you're Evie Oddly. And this is actually the best thing that's ever happened to me. Anyway, she has a degenerative. I dropped out. A degenerative disease.
Yeah.
That is one of the reasons she's such an incredible performer in terms of her hyperflexibility, but she's in constant pain and she can't perform her whole life. And she's talked about this a lot, and they've even cut a lot of that out of the show, which I know was another painful experience for her, especially when she went and did All Stars, All Winners. So I just know all this because I love her. And she came out, and the first time I saw her live, she did the song Zombie, which is a pretty emotional song. It's about like genocide, but it's also the caricature of a zombie, as in like alive but dead. And she was wearing like a fleshy kind of a muscle suit, like muscles, body muscles, not like SpongeBob at the beach. And she's just a very like intense performer. And I was like, I feel like I know why she picked this song. She picked this song because she feels like a zombie. because her body is attacking itself. And she's doing the thing
her flesh is rotting.
Yes, and she's doing her collagen, but she's doing the thing that like she is famous for and that she does love and that she knows will end soon. And the more she does it, the more it hurts her body. But it's her special skill, and so doing her special skill damages her further and shortens her timeline. But if she doesn't do it at all, she'll never do it ever. And like, I just wept just because I know all that about her, and I don't know what her narrative is, but I took that from her. And I guess it just felt, what it just comes back to is like, I just think we all have very similar human experiences. Now, obviously not like the same things happen to us, but they could. And so I was just like, this is just such a human, this is art. Like, this is a drag performance, like a pop song, but like, this is what art to me is. Like, you're expressing something that this is the only way you can express it. And I can imagine how you feel. You've injected how you feel into me.
Yeah, I have chills.
Okay, is that not spiritual? Like connecting with a person?
No, I mean, it is. I mean, that is like it feels like the most like essential or purest form of artistic expression is
Mhm.
like something that is so deep inside of you, but you're like able to portray it for the masses.
Like visually too,
Yeah.
because I'm so hyper verbal, whatever that means, that like when I'm at a loss for words, but I know how I feel, but I can't put it into words, that is like, that happens to me so rarely.
I'm always inspired by other types of artists. When
Mhm.
people can make a song and like the lyrics don't necessarily make sense, but then they're like, no, this is a giant metaphor for this. And I'm like,
And you know
my
what they
brain does,
mean.
I'm so literal the
Me
way I
too.
think. It's like, yeah, I tell jokes that actually like, it's like, oh, he did this thing
And
because
that's
he's
funny.
talking about that thing.
Yeah.
I'm not like creating like, I'm not like painting like a pineapple and I'm like, that's my trauma, you know?
We should. We should.
What is your, what's your shame of the week?
Okay, and I love this question. If you can imagine, I'm like incredibly anti-shame. I think this world would be an entirely better place if no one felt shame, because it makes you act out. Freud said it was like the master emotion. Shame is always masking or replacing something else. And
That's really insightful.
I truly believe everyone, again, when you're better yourself, you're better to others.
Such an earnest comment. That's really insightful. It's true though.
I'm
But
not mad about it.
that's why I think of, I resonate with the idea of shame so much because it's so like embedded in Christian culture where like
In a
people
lot of
end
religions.
up acting out in really weird ways.
Which is,
Because like, you know, and it says in the Bible too, it's like darkness is where like evil breeds. Like
so don't put yourself in the dark. Like literally.
you have to bring
Literally.
things to the light. And even in
Yes.
like recovery with AA, it's like always like your secrets are what take you out,
Okay.
you know?
And I've had my own version. I don't say devil, but like I've had my own version of that where I've just like, I mean, okay, it's pretty obvious I was abused. And so like you carry that shame, especially when you're so young, because it is embarrassing. It's embarrassing to get assaulted because you are like, I don't want to be that person. I never wanted to be the person who was like ever talking about that kind of thing openly, because I was like, I don't want to identify with it. And I just realized I don't have to. And the way I got out of like being afraid to talk about it because I didn't want it to be how I identified was to realize like, I don't have to carry that. This shame is not mine. And that just truly, I think, can scale out to anything. It's not even just, I think, Christian culture or even heteronormative culture. It's like this, it's the entire Anglo-Saxon and capitalist culture. I'm so sorry to go woke on you, but like people demand your shame to control you. If it wasn't so shameful to be poor, then people couldn't pressure you into working a job that doesn't pay you enough, that makes them money off your back. Like we wouldn't have the same stigmas that we have that make other people make money off us, that allow people to monetize off every interaction, every human interaction.
You're so much smarter than me.
No, I just was alone and I haven't done any drugs. I have all my brain
serious.
cells.
I'm like, wow, my brain does not. I mean, I'm just learning a lot. I really agree with what you're
Oh,
saying.
that's
but I'm like,
awesome.
wow.
But it's like people think it's weird that I walked to my show in Eagle Rock and it took me like an hour and a half. And if I didn't have the time, I wouldn't. But like, you walked here, and they're not saying it like they're judging me, but they're just like,
That's
why would
cool.
someone do that? And maybe they are judging me. Some people would judge me like, you walked in LA, you poor bitch, which yes, sure. And that doesn't make me sad. And I just think interpersonally, it's very hard for me to be close to people, friends or lovers who live in my house, who feel shame, because to me it means that they're then trying to control me, because they're trying to control what I think of them, and they're taking away my consent to make a decision about what is true about them. Tell me what you did or what you want, and then I get to make that decision. Maybe I leave you, maybe I don't. And you need to be good enough with yourself that I can leave you and you can live, but I probably won't. We have nothing to be ashamed of. I just truly believe that in my heart. I just do.
I've never thought about shame being a control method.
It is.
That's so
You try to control
interesting.
yourself and therefore others.
So-
Everything you do to others, you do yourself, and vice versa.
Wow.
Sorry.
You're literally yourself.
Should I start a religion?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's going to work, because I'm just going to be like, listen to yourself. My religion's going to be like, you're good.
The stem call of munching on hay.
Futch called, but yeah. Yeah.
Futch. I'll learn my terms eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Oh my God, thank you.
This was like really helpful for me.
That's so
I don't even
sweet.
feel funny at all. I'm just like, I'm literally like a little kid being like, wow,
Aww.
I grew a lot in the last hour.
Wait, I'm so happy. I
feel very disarmed when I'm with you. I mean, I don't feel shame. I feel very safe to be myself, which is nice.
That's literally all I want. That's all I want on this earth.
I think you're doing it, Kara.
Okay, good. It's a constant effort. You know what I mean? It's an active effort.
It's good.
Well, I love you. I love this podcast. I'm really glad you're doing it.
Thanks. All right. See you in heaven.